Hey there guys, just wanted to shoot some words and this beautiful coastline. I'm in the Northern Rivers and I am currently sitting on Brighton Beach, and there's lots of whales out and about today. There's one that's just spurting some water near the horizon. It's a little bit hard to see in the camera, unfortunately. Yeah, just wanting to share some words about this term super slave that's been given to projectors in relationships where the not self is operating in both parties, because you can't really have a relationship with just one person. One person who's not in the not self and the other person that is. There's sort of an agreement that is coming from them both that ties them in together into this state where neither really gets to utilize their energy in the way that it's going to be useful and successful for either of them. It's a polluted state. So when I hear this term super slave, I see a lot of comments, in these videos where these terms are used from projectors mainly, if not all. Frustrated, bitter projectors, I'm going to assume, who haven't found that sweet spot to live from, to where they're able to be in relationships where they get to say no thank you to your invitation, no thank you. Ra talks about this in his talk on projectors that I listened to last night. It's about an hour and a half talk. It's on another page, I don't know the name of it, but it's purely about projectors. And a lot of the content is based around his really speaking to projectors and about projectors from this perspective of that they're here to guide, but they're also some of the most conditioned people and types out there because of the energy dynamic of the no energy type with the energy types. There's this crazy dynamic that can happen, and Ra and other people have called it where the projector becomes a super slave. And what I see when I hear this term is like the projector's supersonic focusing in on the other ends up becoming like a tether. Here we got a friend, a turkey. Hey buddy. It's a bush turkey. And we got some whales in the distance, spurting spurts of water. It's a bit far probably for you to see. But yeah, the projector becomes tethered to the other person through their focus. And the other person drinks that in, appreciates that focus, takes that focus to mean that they're worthwhile, they're worthy. So obviously they're coming from a not self, from not a holistic space of creative energy that's being potentiated in a glorious way, but from a not self, from a frustrated self or an angry self, from a person who is willing to do this exchange that becomes polluted essentially when the projector is not recognized and the other person doesn't invite them really to share. So it really requires the projector learning to disengage their energy, their focus, to move away so that they can discharge or continue to assimilate and absorb any information from the exchange of being in the other person's energy field, to take on anything that's useful, that can become wisdom, that can become embodied and become a kind of resource of energetic information, rather than a debilitating energetic hook that binds them to the other person in hopes that they'll be recognized, in hopes that they'll be invited to share what they can see about the other person, in hopes that they can assist the other person in connecting more to themselves, or in hopes of being loved, in hopes of being heard. I just wanted to say a few words on that.